Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 116 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Bong bong, mashallah. Hope you guys are doing well, having a good time, ready to check out some more Pillars universe with me. Fantastic game. It's shot up into my all-time favorites. I mean, in a big way. Super dope game. So we finished up our business in Deerford Village. If you didn't see that episode, I suggest pausing this, going back and checking it out, and then coming back to this one. But we cleared it up, and now we have to level up. And yeah, we cleared out Deerford Village pretty much. There was one final thing I wanted to check after we completed all the quests, and that was to see if Elise made it to the temple. But she said a temple on the edge of town. I don't know if we have access to that temple. Is that it? Oh, the Temple of Bareth. Oh, it was a Temple of Bareth. I don't know if I should have sent her there. I didn't realize. I knew it was possible that I was making a mistake by sending her to the temple because I didn't remember what the temple was about. But Barrett is like, it's not necessarily evil. Harbinger. The old priest nods politely. Is there something else I can help you with? People in town say that the Hollowborn problem has been especially bad here. It has. Cities and villages all over the Deerwood have seen Hollowborn, but Deerford hasn't seen the birth of an unaffected child in years. Most of our people have moved on to other villages in search of hope, and those that have stayed behind aren't the same. Children promise a future, you know. People change when you take that away from them. Okay, farewell. And Selby. Dr. Baedmar, no one trusts me with anything more than lighting candles. Okay, so I don't see Elise, but she must have came here and gotten help to go the path that she wanted to go. Now, the question is, do we level up now? I guess we do. Let's try leveling up Palagina first. And seeing what's what. Her athletics, she's got a 75 endurance, second wind. Lore, she can cast level 3 scrolls. Survival. Probably start heading in the survival route. And bringing that around. Now she's got a talent, Intense Flames. Augments the power of the Paladin's Flames of Devotion, increasing its damage 25%. Very nice. Greater Lay on Hands. Fueled solely by belief, the Paladin is able to heal with her touch, or with the touch of his or her hands, recovering a substantial amount of endurance for the Paladin or ally within range. I thought she already had Greater Lay on Hands. Right now, it's 108.1 endurance over 6 seconds. We could add 50.9 to that. Deep Faith. The intensity of the Paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defensive bonuses to faith and conviction. Or we could get her that because she does use a flail and she does use an S-Stock. So we'll get her Adventurer. Weapon Focus. Or do we want two-handed Style, which is 15% damage? Or Accuracy. Actually, her accuracy is a bit lacking, so we will go Weapon Focus Adventurer. Trains her in the use of the Poleaxe, S-Stock, Flail, Wand, and Warbow. Bong bong, very good. So now if we look at her character sheet, quite a bit has changed. 57, doing 18 to 25. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So next person we level up should probably be, well, Dare hasn't leveled up. Grieving Mother. Lore, she can use level 3 scrolls. She has a 65 endurance, second wind. She has bonus movement, accuracy bonus versus creature type. How about we just go another point of lore? And she gets a power level 5 ringleader. Imprints an insidious and powerful compulsion to obey the cipher across all enemies in the area of effect. Alright, we've seen these. Dominating the target and charming all others for 13.5 seconds. It's pretty awesome. Detonate. Right. Tactical meld. I think ringleader sounds pretty good. Only a 2.13 radius though. Detonate could be interesting. Splinters the target's soul with sheer force, inflicting raw damage to them. Targets with low endurance explode, causing crush damage to all in the area of effect. We should give her more of a damaging one. Mind Lance. Anyone in the line of attack. Wild Leech. Secret Horrors. Allied target. 25% of all damage reapplied to nearby enemies over 24 seconds. Target hobbled. Amplified thrust. Maybe we'll go with Mind Blades for Grieving Mother. Co-ops the target's essence, generating a slashing blade of force that attacks them before leaping up to 5 additional targets. Only takes 20 focus, 10 meters plus 10 meter jump. Area of effect, the foe target plus 5 jump targets. Doing 19 to 29 slash damage. Plus 5 versus deflection. Or get detonate. Let's get this. Mind Lance. Impales the target with a lance of pure force, inflicting major pierce damage to anyone in the line of attack with a high chance of causing an interrupt. 40 focus. Speed is fast. It's a length of 14.2 meters. Interrupt stronger. 36 to 43 pierce damage, accuracy plus 10 versus will. Yeah, we'll get Mind Lance. Very good, and she gets a talent as well. I don't know what the Soul Whip exactly is, but I guess that's how she gains focus? Or what? Increase the damage it does. Anyone who tries to hit her with will. Let's see what else there is, though. She's got a saber and a stiletto, it looks like. Which she's already got skill for. Should we give her 2 weapon style? Savage attack. 20% extra melee damage. -5 melee accuracy. Weapon and shield style. Heart of the Storm gives her shock. +5 damage reduction shock, +20% shock damage. Deep pockets, arms bearer. Let's see. Maybe even superior deflection, +5. No, let's go, I think, savage attack. 20% melee damage, -5 melee accuracy. Venom strike. That could be useful if we remember to use it, though. It's a primary attack and then an accuracy versus fortitude attack that does 62 raw damage over 12 seconds, 3 per rest. Let's just give her maybe 2 weapon style, 20% dual wield attack speed. Bong bong, mashallah. Very nice. Then we have Haravius. She's doing great accuracy, so the attack speed buff is very nice. Make sure nothing's suppressed. Perception is suppressed. Right, the damage slash is suppressed. That's it though. Is she getting her 20% attack speed? I don't see it here. But I guess it's inherent in there. Yeah, 2 weapon style. Very good. And let's make sure that Pallegina has no suppression. From anything we gave her, Fulvano's gloves. 2 dexterity are suppressed. Did we make a decision on those? We can take them off. Maybe give them to another party member. Yeah, it's not going to be her though, right? Could be her. It would give her a bonus of 1 dexterity. It would suppress the dexterity on the Jack of Wide Waters. But it would give her a +1 dexterity. And that perception's getting suppressed anyway, so let's give these to her. Bong bong. Her reflex goes to 78. And that is better. The 1 dexterity is suppressed, but that is it. Very nice. That's an upgrade. And then these, the spider fingers, restore light endurance. It's only 18 endurance, but in a friendly AoE, which is nice. Small AoE though. 1.5 and +1 perception. These I'm pretty sure we can just stash. I don't see them being, unless someone doesn't have gloves that could use them. Oh, give them to Pallegina. Perfect. That actually works perfectly. She even gets the perception from them. Unbelievable. Plus the cure. Wow. I did not see that happening. Huh. Alright. Let's quick save that maneuver and have Haravius level up. Lore. Yeah, let's go more lore. Wild strike stuff, bonus spells. Looking pretty good though. 1 ear chewed off. Amongst other things. Let's see, he's got a mace. Dagger, rapier, mace, scepter, rod. That might be good for him. Let's check Haravius before we get into it. Haravius has a wand. Oh, it's scepter or rod. As the other weapon type. Mace. What happened to that Atuk dagger? I guess I'm using it. Yeah. And in our stash, we have a club. And nothing else named. We had a lot of named weapons that we passed up over time and sold them. Which, it would be nice to be able to go back and grab those somehow and outfit our party members with them. Or just wait until we get more magical, unique weapons. Let's look around here. Wild Strike. Arms Bearer. He's already got deep pockets. Fast Runner. +1 move speed, +5 defense when disengaging. More fleet and nimble. That's potentially a good one. And up until this time, I didn't realize that the move speed, I thought it was you get the move speed when disengaging, but you actually get 1 move speed all the time, +5 defense when disengaging. That makes that a whole lot better. Whole lot better. And we might go that direction. He doesn't have a weapon focus. We could actually give him defensive weapon and shield style. +6 shield deflection. And that bonus also applies to reflex when using a shield. Yeah, I think we'll go weapon and shield style. And gives him a nice reflex bonus boost. Let's try that. No new class unlocks. Now the little guy has 74 deflection with this setup. This is giving him 26 deflection. Man. So that 74 is even better than Pallegina, even better than Adair. Wow, it's best in class here. Mainly because he's the only one using a shield, but still. Very nice. And then we have Aloth. Let's see what we can do for Aloth. Oh, we can get 10 lore naturally. Although athletics leaves some to be desired. We'll go like that. Level 5 spells. He gets 1 of them, it looks like. Or, of course, level 4 or whatnot. Pool of Aora. -1 move speed for 7 seconds. 6-meter pool. Every time it pulses, it's like a black hole. Iron Skin. +8 damage reduction until hit or critically hit. Lasts for up to 10 attacks. Flame Shield. Essential Phantom summons an Aloth duplicate. Dimensional Shift. Drains the target's resolve, intellect, and perception, creating 2 less powerful versions of the effect that jump to nearby enemies when the first effect ends. How about Call to Slumber? Causes a group of enemies in a 3.7-meter radius, 10-meter range to momentarily fall asleep, falling unconscious. for 8.4 seconds. Accuracy plus 10 versus will. Lingrath's Safeguard is interesting, though. An insidious magical contingency activates when the caster hits 50% endurance. So I don't know if he has to cast this first, or if getting this just gives him that contingency at all times. But when he or she immediately knocks all immediately close enemies prone, while gaining a damage reduction and defense bonus for 84 seconds. See, speed is fast, so I'm not sure how this works. It is a spell. I think we have to cast this first as a safeguard, and then if we reach 50% endurance, this is what happens. That would definitely keep him alive. Torrent of Flame. 3.7 meter radius from caster. Instantiates a terrifying inferno of flame around the caster. On everyone nearby, though, even our own peeps. Hobbles enemies, but leaves allies unscathed. Sits all Spirit Lance. Summons a weapon. Let's see what that one's like. This pike shimmers with magic. It hums in your hand, and the tip shivers as it nears the essence of your enemies. It's superb. Wow. 29 to 44 pierce damage. Accuracy plus 15. Foe AoE 19 to 30 crush damage. So when you hit with it, it erupts into an AoE. 20% attack speed. See, I would think that's awesome, and it is, but he's using a legendary staff, which, if you're using a legendary staff, what would be the point of switching to this? This is better, per se, but the staff is still unlocking soulbound tears, so I wouldn't want to give up on that. Maybe Call it a Slumber would be more universal. Lingrath's Safeguard. Let's go with let's try Lingrath's Safeguard and see what happens. First, let me exit for a second. Let me quick save. And then it's going to be a spell, so let me try it. And then we have Hardened Veil. Strengthens the wizard's arcane veil, providing a particularly high deflection bonus, plus 25 deflection. So it'd be plus 75 for 14 seconds. Bonus spells. Quarterstaff. Peasant weapons. Two-handed style, plus 15% damage. We're wielding a quarterstaff. But that's about the only weapon he's going to two-handed wield. Let's see, he's got the Noble's weapon focus. Fast Runner would be good on him. Since he has all that lore, we might want to give him Deep Pockets. So many ways we can go. Cautious attack, 8 more deflection. All's will. Unstoppable could be cool. Blinded, stuck, prone, hobbled, dazed. And if we give him, what was it, peasant? He's not really going to use a hatchet. Could use a spear. Quarterstaff. They'll give him +6 accuracy with a quarterstaff. Let's go ahead and give him peasant focus. And Lingrath safeguard, combat only. It is a spell. I'm gonna go back. How do I go back? I'm gonna just get Call to Slumber. Call to Slumber. Boom, boom. Weapon focus peasant. Perfect. So now his character sheet looks a bit different. He's got a 63 accuracy, very nice. Got a 76 with the scepter though. Alright, very cool. And the Scroll of Confusion. 5-0 paralysis. Let's get rid of these minor endurance. No, they could be useful. Scroll of Protection. Scroll of Valor, Scroll of Paralysis. Let's just get rid of Scrolls of Protection. And I'll go ahead and grab those. And she can get 2 flame shields. Nice. So, there we are. There's that. And we are 27 minutes in. So from here, let's check our journal. We have to travel to Cleobon Relog for the hollowing of the Deerwood. Dream and memory. Learn of the Grieving Mother's past. Maybe we'll talk to Grieving Mother.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I had questions for you. Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. Wait, no one can see her at all? You addressed me as a watcher when we met. Do you know what a watcher is? There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen.
The title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle, a familiar one.
Huh. Yet I do not know from where it came. If I have given offense, oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. If I have given offense, forgive me. Forgive me. You would know more than I. Why are you afraid? I do not know. It is an odd feeling. I do not know where it stems from. It was a word that arose when you saw me. It is said watchers see much that others do not, and I have been hidden from the eyes of others for some time. Let me ask you about something else. If I have answers, I will share them. How is it no one can see you?
Their eyes see me, but their minds will not remember past the call.
Call?
My face is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath. And for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear, a peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing.
Huh.
As a watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
How are you able to affect minds? I divert the flow of their senses down a different path to a place easily forgotten. It is not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure, but the memory slips away. They see a woman, but there is no desire for conversation, no desire for any questions, and I have none to ask. I want to discuss something different. Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. When we first met, how was I able to enter your dream?
I do not know. What do you speak of? If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
As she speaks, you suddenly feel an odd sensation in your mind, as if walking in her thoughts would be as if walking down a back street of merchant stalls, the claustrophobia of wooden shelves and canvas tarps made less oppressive by the sheer number of enticing vials and bottles that stretch out to the sides of you. You suddenly realize that whether she permits it or not, you could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing, and in response, your hand twitches. There is the feeling that you could simply pick up a vial, taste it, sample it, and keep the memory as your own. And suddenly you find yourself back in your present thoughts. Though you are away for but a moment, she seems unaware of your diversion of thought. It may be one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. May I try again? You feel her slowly nod, though she makes no motion. My mind is open to you as it was before when we met. I could not stop you if I wished. I do not want to impose. I seek your permission. My memory is not as it was. Much has been forgotten. If you would walk in my thoughts, I have nothing hidden. Her thoughts feel strangely apologetic and welcoming both at once. Perhaps you may learn something that will strengthen you, or a clue as to what has caused this terrible burning of the fields of souls and halted Barrett's wheel. Her mind gives way, your passage almost unnoticed as you enter her as before, circling the memory you shared when you first met. And suddenly you are calm. You are on a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest hazy with mist, although whether it is actual mist or distance or a recollection. Resting in the curve of a natural arch above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention, as if looking down on you in the event unfolding before you. The plateau is soaked in the sun. Pretty sure we saw this before, but maybe it's different now. The plateau is soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body, your physical contours, have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear a soft series of chimes. Yeah, we already did this. Like wind chimes, at the sound, the scene gains color and texture as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts like mist roiling softly into a sealed chamber. And focus on the chimes. Yeah, we read all that. Did all that. Huh. With effort, the scene means have come. I walked again in your dreams, thoughts, and I believe your memories. A mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrists quelling the rise within her. She is frightened, but curiosity attracts her or anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
The dream, the memory I saw upon meeting you. It was you helping give birth to a child. There is silence, and as your breath falls still, you hear the faint cry of a child in the distance, a newborn child, almost exactly like what you heard in the dream. As you listen, the grieving mother raises both her hands as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, in a semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To your surprise, you recognize the motions and the words from the memory, even as they are new to you. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cries grow still, yet the sound of the chimes weaves almost hypnotically into your thoughts. The sky seems sharp and clear, and you feel as if you are towering over your surroundings, as if kneeling atop a great pillar, just as she did in the memory. To your surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut, and her knees crack hard against the ground. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movements. In a ragged voice, you hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before you, harsh, almost desperate.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
Her eyes, now terribly sharp and real, are filmed with white, silver white like Audra. A mountain ledge, I think. It was high up. A huge forest stretching up beneath a great rock. And what don't I meet there, Cypher? A mountain ledge, I think. It was high up. Snow, I think. She leans back as if looking back at the sky, but her eyes are closed, the film building on them. With a slow intake of breath, you feel time become quiet around you. I do not feel the memory. I do not know if it is mine, but... Her hair falls across her features again like a veil, and she nods, not with her chin, but a push in her mind. But thank you for trying. I want to talk to you about the birth memory again, help you recall it. There is silence, and as your breath falls still, okay.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
A huge forest stretching out beneath a great rock. Well, that's a question. This is more of a statement. We were in the middle of a clear forest with a strong wind tearing through it. No, she doesn't feel it. Try it again.
Tell me what you saw.
A huge
Show
forest
me
stretching
what
out
you
beneath a
saw.
great rock. As she kneels before you on the ground, she whispers to you, hoarsely and even fainter, with the distance between you.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
Ah. It was silver Audra, its surface warmed by the sun. Wait. No, it was desert rock. The ground was ragged and rough. It was desert rock, copper-colored arch blasted by the sun. She doesn't feel the memory, dang.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where?
Wrong one.
Tell me what you saw.
Alright, was it silver Audra?
Its color. Tell me its color.
It was silver Audra, its surface warmed by the sun. As you watch, her hands raised before her, she clasps them, then cups them as if feeling them for the first time, and she stares down into the cradle of her hands, and the chimes sound once, twice, as they swing with the movement.
And what did these hands hold?
Again she speaks, sharp, hoarse. The same chimes you hold now. She did have chimes, though.
Tell me what you saw. The stone of the plateau. And what did these hands hold?
They held a mother while she gave birth, painfully. Oh my gosh.
Tell me what you saw. The stone of the plateau. And what did
I
these
am not
hands
sure.
hold?
There was a child you were bringing forth in your hands. I don't recall. There's a sudden intake of breath and then a release. Her eyes blur closed, forming into slits, but in the brief glimpse you have of her changing expression, the rippling pain in her features seems to have smoothed. She swallows once, twice, and then you feel her once again in your thoughts, the rasping hulk of her voice swallowed and drawn within her.
It was the birthing bell you saw. Has it been so long? Have I forgotten so much?
There is surprise, followed by a rising horror swirling beneath the words. With the words comes a river of impulses, thoughts as if loosed from a breaking dam, and as your mind wraps the impulses into words, you realize it is her muscles and her heart and thoughts relaxing and breathing again. There is such an intensity you almost want to step back from the flow, but you find the wave of impulses cause questions to float to the surface. Among them is a name, Watcher. What is the birthing bell?
It is a plateau formed of the spirit stone Audra. At its top is set a great bell, cradled in the reaching arm of the plateau. It stirs in the wind, and it sounds for leagues when struck by kith hands.
Huh.
In distant times, the great bell served as a Glanfathan watchtower, perhaps. Why they abandoned it, I do not know. Other men came in time, settlers, and claimed the tower as their own. I, in turn, claimed it from them. The pillar became a cradle where I could draw new souls into the world.
Huh. In your where is the birthing bell located? The birthing bell lies deep in the great forests of the Deerwood, at the borders of Glanfathan lands, surrounding it. Barely a town, not one you would find on any map. But it held an important place for those there, even if we were far from the beaten track. Small families tied like a knot, joined at the wrists in mind and thought. All were welcomed, all had purpose. In your memory, were you helping a woman give birth?
Yes. Yet, I believe you only saw a small part of the birthing ritual. It is not all in a moment, nor in a day. It is a journey of many years between the child, the mother, and I.
Huh. There was much I could do to aid the mother. Some sought the physical comforts of ritual to steady their thoughts, even Audra from the bell. Others would seek advice, words of counsel for the days ahead. I was able to provide draughts, tinctures, and a reading of the child's spirit, all to strengthen the mother. A telling of the child's spirit?
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived.
Huh, cool. There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen, and there's a spike of fear, alarm.
Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you, it feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. You feel the word Watcher resounding in her mind. You're frightened, something about Watchers. As the thought of Watchers crosses your mind, you feel a sharp pain, stabbing, and the sudden burn of lashes across your back and shoulder, and then it's gone, and you feel the grieving mother before you, silent, almost fearful, wary.
I was something else, but because the title Watcher was cast on me, the word carried a weight I had neither earned nor deserved. The world seems filled with such titles. They distract, I think, from the actions of the person, from their strengths.
Why did you believe you were a Watcher?
The world has many corners, and in some corners the name Watcher is more known. It is an easier title than others, and at times it is easier to wear. Placing a title upon what is unknown can dispel the fear of it, and I did not fight it. I even believed it true, though I knew little of the ways of Watchers. It even granted me strength.
Huh.
I was able to see the thoughts of others, shape them, and help guide souls. Watcher seemed enough, and the name seemed to matter little in the light of one's acts.
But if they came to you to read their child's souls, what did you tell them?
I drew upon the present. I felt the soul of the mother before me and used that to tell the child's path, to give it a voice. If only the thoughts of the mother and the emotions that lie beneath were mine to impart. I did, and so I used that as the telling of their child's future.
Huh. What if it turned out to be untrue?
Futures fulfilled by one's own spirit are as strong as anything seen by another's eyes. And if one draws from the emotion of the mother, it matters only when harm is done. And their lives I knew well. I could weave their lives, their thoughts over time, to the mother, to the child. And once the child had been born, was sheltered, I could relax the threads of thought until the child could stand on its own.
So you shaped their thoughts, made the readings true.
This is my calling, to show them the life I see before them, and even greater, make them believe it.
That is not what a watcher does. We do not shape minds, we see them as they are.
Even the most strongly worded tells may not be enough to save a child and allow it to be born. If I have the strength to strip away the stem of a mother's spite to expose kindness, weave nurturing from disdain and neglect, then that is my calling. And with the weight of watcher behind my thoughts, these tells gain strength. Strength I never possessed on my own. They believed, and what they believed became the truth. With each child that was set upon that path, the title of Watcher became stronger. You must understand, without such weight upon my words, many lives would have been lost, drowned, cast in the lake beyond the bell. Now the trail to the lake is lost and reclaimed by the forest, as was meant. A watcher was not there to look over us, but it was a watcher that saved them. And with a watcher's strength, children were born, were cared for, and grew strong.
That's interesting. You know, I was like initially thinking, to inflict your will on another is not reading, it's control. But now I'm kind of seeing like, seems your readings were necessary. I can just say I see. Seems your readings were necessary.
What use is a frightened will when a spirit is at stake? Would you let the fears of a mother end her newborn's life? You felt it in the memory, the weight of it, the importance of the child's life. It was a memory we shared.
That memory, did we share that memory or did you inflict it on me? And suddenly there's a rasping cry across your consciousness. She raises her hands and you see the chimes draped from them, yet they make no sound as she moves.
A greater good was done, and children were saved. It is a choice you may be forced to make one day, and when faced with it, you will make the same one.
Huh. When that happens, I'll be making my own choice.
This choice is not yours to make, Watcher. You will do as the world needs, as its children need. It is greater than you and your twist of sight.
It's interesting, very interesting. Other questions about the birthing bell? Want to discuss something different? I heard the name Watcher in your thoughts when you remembered the birthing bell. Why?
It is because I once believed I was one. and others believed I was one.
Why did you believe you were a watcher? We heard that. There's another name for someone with your abilities. I see the word cipher in your mind and see its meaning, although I did not train in such things, and the title feels more of a cloak. The world casts on me and judges me for. It is curious how a title such as that can define one, and at times be the source of such emotion that comes from no one, but the voices of others. It is a curse of the world. Do you know anything about Watchers? I feel that they were once marked, hated. Such hate feels dimmed now. I can feel it. Others' hatreds have risen for other titles. But they burned bright in the past. Now hates have shifted focus, and they may fall in the same again, either you or me. Okay, let me ask about something else. Tell me about the birthing bell.
The birthing bell. It is where I could draw new souls.
Wanted to know more about you?
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
Why are you called the Grieving Mother? The air seems to go still for a moment, and time stretches as it did before when the two of you first met. There's a wash of uncertainty from her mind, slowly shaping into questions that swirl and do not coalesce. She does not move. She seems paralyzed, as if you just wrapped her in a cold blanket.
That is a question for you, not I. That is not my name, although if you wish to hang the title on me, I cannot stop you. Is that what you see when your eyes fall upon me?
So I named you? As a watcher, you may see what I do not, or your mind shapes the thoughts I project into a new meaning. There is truth in that title, but it is not all I am. So what do you grieve then? You must have felt it, seen it. It has as many names as the pain it has caused. As the words take shape, they seem to tumble from her, and the wave is great, rushing into your mind. To your surprise, you feel as if you have been touched by the Biawak again, and behind it, cutting through the torrent like a knife, are the thoughts of the Grieving Mother. There is a wound cut across the belly of the world, a jagged knife that has stripped the stems from men and carved furrows across the wombs of women. There is much I have forgotten, but I can feel the wound all around me. It will not let me rest, not let me be. The children have gone silent, yet their voices may be heard again. Are you speaking of the Hollowborn? The word, there's a slowness of thoughts as if the word is being weighed, accepted. It doesn't feel natural to her, you can sense it. Was once unknown to me, as was much of what unfolded in the outside world. When the curse came upon us, I thought it a smaller thing, a thing of communities and hearts. Her thoughts seemed to stumble as if on weak legs. It was only when I walked did I feel it stretching out around me in all the cracks of the world. Children have been cursed. I do not think it was something they caused, nor something deserved. That which is inside them has been turned away, or has been torn away. I do not know how, but this wound must be stitched closed. The world bleeds forth from between. If this blood is not stemmed, the world will die and grow quiet. Do you know its cause? There's a desperation, a welling fear. You can almost feel her thoughts shivering, and you realize she is just as lost as you are on the matter, and then a sudden sharp clarity. I shall know it through you. Your eyes will track the cause, find the path, and I will be beside you. There is no wound that cannot be healed, and if you truly are a watcher, then this wound may be seen for what it is. You saw me where I hid. Whoever's hands have stilled the world, you shall see them too. And if there's no way to heal it, what then? I will be there, and you will do what must be done. You were given your sight so that you may watch the world, and you will tend it. The children shall have their voice again. If your will is weak, then I shall strengthen it. Lean upon me. You feel a weight in her words as if her hands are on your shoulders. You feel the questions in your mind lose their edge. and become merely words. As I lean upon you, you shall be my eyes, as I shall be your hands when the time comes. Let's continue our journey for now. Pretty cool stuff. Stuff I've never seen before, of course. And we are 55 minutes in, so we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Hope you enjoyed, though. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe before heading out. I'd greatly appreciate it. We'll continue on next time. We'll talk to Haravia, see if he has anything new to say. We'll return to Rumbald, and we will do something. We'll find something to do. Maybe go, now at level 10, head back to the White March or something, or who knows, but more content will be completed and pursued, so hope you guys will join me for that. Quick PSA, guys, if you like what I do and you really want to help the channel in a big way, you can become a member. Info and links in the description. I think this was 116, yep. So yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Plenty of adventure left, so who knows what we'll get into, but it's sure to be fun. Until then, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. And yeah, we will figure out something. See you guys then. Ciao for now.